All right, we made it to our last video of this lesson. We're going to complete the square, which we went over in the previous lesson, so hopefully that'll come a little bit more quickly. We're going to complete the square to find the center and radius of a circle. How can you rewrite this equation to show that it is the equation of a circle and to identify its center and radius? So if we can get it into that form of a circle, the standard form, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. If we can get it to fit perfectly into that, we're showing it's a circle, and then we could identify the center and the radius. So first thing we're going to do is, if you have any terms in this jumbly equation that do not have a variable, let's get those to the other side. So it's that plus 4 I'm looking at on the end. I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. And when we rewrite this equation, we do want to put the same variables together. So we've got an x squared, and then there's a plus 4x. I want to put that next. So plus 4x. Now we've got our y's. We've got a positive y squared, and then we have a minus 8y. Equals that 4 went to the other side, so we've got a negative 4 on the other side. So what we're going to do is we are going to complete the square twice. We want to create a perfect square trinomial with the x's and then a separate perfect square trinomial with the y's. So let's look at the x's first. Completing the square, take your b value, divide it by 2, and square it. That's going to give us x squared plus 4x. That's the number we add in. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. I just added a 4 to this side of the equation, so I'm going to go over here and add a 4 to the right. I don't want to forget about that. This is factorable. We'll come back to that. Let's do the same thing with the y's. We're going to take our b value, negative 8, divide it by 2. We're going to square that. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 squared is a positive 16. So we're going to add 16 in. Y squared minus 8y plus 16. Now we can factor that. But we just added a 16 to the left side, so we're going to add a 16 to the right side of our equation. Okay, moving along. This is a perfect square trinomial. Factors of 4 that add up to 4 are 2 and 2, x plus 2 squared. Plus, here's another perfect square trinomial. Factors of 16 that add up to negative 8, negative 4 and negative 4. Oops, not x though, that's a y. Y minus 4 squared equals, we've got some like terms to, or some just numbers to add over here. Yeah, I guess they are like terms. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0. And we have that 16 left over, so we're going to equal 16. Well, that worked out perfectly. Here's the equation of our circle. We can now identify the center. The h and the k, remember, tricky, so it looks like an x plus 2, so our h is a negative 2. Y minus 4, so our k is a positive 4, so there's the center of the circle. And the radius, remember, we're seeing the squared version right here. So what do we square to get a 16? Or what is the square root of 16? 4. That wasn't so bad. Let's do it one more time. So we're going to, anything that doesn't have an x or y, get to the other side. We've got this plus 2. And then when we rewrite our equation, we're going to put the x's together and the y's together. So we have x squared plus 10x plus, let's put the y's together, y squared minus 6y equals, we added that 2 to both sides, so we've got a 2 on the right side. All right, let's complete the square with this. So our b value is 10. 10 divided by 2, square it. X squared plus 10x, that's what we're going to add in. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. So we're adding 25 on the left side of the equation, add 25 on the right. Plus, let's do the same thing with the y's. Let's create a perfect square trinomial. Take your b value, divide by 2, and square it. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Negative 3 squared is a positive 9. So we have y squared minus 6y. We're adding in a 9. Add it into the other side. Equals, let's go ahead and, well, I guess, yeah, we can go ahead and add these together now. 2 plus 25 plus 9 is 36. But we need to, we've got these perfect square trinomials. The reason why we did all that work is so we could factor those. Factors of 25 that add up to 10. If we did it right, it should be the same factor twice, x plus 5 squared. Factors of 9 that add up to negative 6, y minus 3 squared equals 36. There's the equation of our circle. Now we can identify, and again, because it worked out, we are showing that this is in fact a circle, this equation that we started out with. So we have verified it's a circle because we were able to get it into standard form for a circle. The center of our circle, the h is with the x, so it's the x plus 5, so our h is a negative 5. The k is with the y minus 3, so it's a positive 3. And the radius is, this is our radius squared, so what do we square to get a 36, or what is the square root of 36, and that is 6.